Hello, welcome to a new video with me, Richard, and as you'll be able to tell by the title of the video, I'm on a bit of a mini adventure today, off down into Monmouthshire, camping overnight tonight, and then coming back home tomorrow. So it's just a 2-day, 1 night, 2 days, about 90 miles in total. So nothing too extreme. So today is Tuesday the 29th, I think, of August, and so bank holiday Monday was yesterday. I've got a few days off work now. I couldn't extend this one to any much longer. Got a family thing on Thursday, so when I'm back to work on Friday. So yeah, so it's only a 2-dayer. You find me in the lanes around Slimbridge. The church spire is Slimbridge Church, and I'm just coming down through the lanes down to the Severn Bridge, over the Severn Bridge, and I'm over into Wales, over the hump, and then down into Monmouthshire, and I've actually booked a pitch on a campsite tonight, so we'll see how that goes. I haven't done any camping since last October, so I'm a little bit out of practice. It's been a bit interesting already this morning. One of my bungee cords decided to unclip and wrap itself around the cassette, so that took 5 minutes to sort out. Then I went in the local shop to get some cash to pay for the camping, and coming up with my PIN number was wrong, and I'm like, well, it's not. I'd actually put the wrong card in. I got two the same colour. So it's been quite a good start so far, and but it's just nice to be able to just stop and do these little videos and be relaxed about it, rather than thinking, oh, I've got to crack on, you know, because I've got a time limit. But not today. All the way to get there, 43 miles I think it is in total, and I've done about 4 already, so I've only got 39 to go. But there's quite a couple of big climbs, but that's all right. I'm on the touring bike, so I've got a triple. You know, these Johnny come latelys with their 1-bys. I'm a 3-by. Triple trouble. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, it's a bit overcast, but it's not cold. A little bit breezy. Got a bit of a headwind down as far as the bridge, and then it should be a crosswind over there from there onwards. Pro's having a funny. I put it on charge last night and it's saying the battery's dead, so don't know what's up with that. But, got some slows here. It's that time of year again. It's what I call pre-autumn. I mean, we're in September at the end of the week, and yeah, it's been a bit of a sad summer, really. I mean, I think you can just start to see some of the trees just starting to change colour, actually. So we'll see what autumn brings. So this is my bike for this trip. Traditional steel touring bike. I think this is the first time that I've featured the bike on my channel, actually. It's 853 Reynolds 853 tubes, main 3 tubes, the rest is 525 or something like that. So yeah, it's just, I've had it a few years now. I've had it about, don't I have that, 8 years, something like that. And it's a Ridgeback Panorama Deluxe, and this is actually I had one before and I broke the frame, and they replaced it under warranty, and I gave them the frame back, took all the parts off, gave them the frame back, and then they gave me a complete bike. I've made a few modifications since then, but yeah, the wheels are different to what came with it. But yeah, so that's what I'm using this weekend. Plenty of low gears, should get me up the hills with all the weight on the back of the bike. I'm using Gravel King tyres. Well, folks, yeah, just a few miles south of Thornbury, down by Oldbury on Severn, so sort of down that way. And the weather has turned a bit grotty, to be perfectly honest. You can see the roads are a bit wet. It started off as that sort of fine stuff, and it's now sort of easing off a bit to compare to what it was. But yeah, I wasn't expecting rain, and it's quite warm as well. So I've put my gilet on rather than my full waterproof because I boiled in the bag basically. But yeah, it's a bit soggy. 12, nearly halfway. I've only been dawdling. Plenty of berries this year. Probably to do with all the rain we've had. Anybody who finished this year's Brevet Cymru will know this petrol station, as it was the finish point. So being the spar shop here, no posh nosh on this channel. Hot noodles for tonight, no steak and chips. I'm not a show off like Mr. Curran. All joking aside, I quite like to have a go at that, but not tonight. This is all a little bit last minute. So I've managed to get all that shopping in my bags. I think when a small loaf of bread's going to be flattened, but never mind. My one item of luxury is a bottle of Pinot Grigio. So that's my little reward for today. Anyway, we're off up in this general direction, and through the trees there is Chepstow Racecourse. A little bit of a pull up onto there. Got about half a mile of flat, and then the long climb starts of the day. So I'm in St Arvan's, which is a couple of miles outside Chepstow. The racecourse is down there by the yellow car onto the left of the picture. And I'm just going to come up here. That road there takes you off into the Wye Valley as we all know it. But I'm going off up in this direction. It does go up quite steep in a minute. I'm girding my loins before I start riding that. I just thought I'd look at this water feature. From a distance it reminded me of the thing in Brussels, you know, with a little boy having a wee, but they're actually holding vases, jugs, whatever you want to call it. The Iron Stores Company, Chepstow, and Monmouthshire County Council on there. Well, I'm at the top of the first steep bit out of St Barbans. Bloody hell. If you realise how much weight makes a difference, you know. So I was actually on the granny ring coming up there. Just plodded away and here I am. Anyway, according to Climb Pro on Gary Min, there's only 2 climbs of the day. This is number 1, and I'm at the top, obviously. There's only one more in 2.25 miles. So and that's the big climbs of the day done then. Well, this is rather lovely. I've actually come along here. Actually, when last time I went camping, I came up this hill, and bubbling brook along the side of the road. My only concern is there's a road ahead closed, and you can guarantee it's the one I want. I'm hoping I can push through or walk through, if you know what I mean. In the trees, and I've now got a mobile signal, so I had a look at my Ordnance Survey app. Really handy for instances like this. So it's 20 odd quid a year, and you know, I use it mostly on the computer rather than the app, to be fair, but the two are linked, so you know, yeah, so I now know that this path eventually joins the road again. So yeah, it's a bit overgrown and a bit boggy, and I had to take the bags off with that tree back there to get the bike through, but you know, it's all part of the adventure, isn't it? Hello folks, I never expected to be doing that much bushwhacking today, but this is the bit of bridleway footpath that joins the road. I can see the road about 50 feet away now, so that's that. I'll rejoin the road and then carry on my way. So now back on the road, a couple of miles from Trellick. Basically Trellick is on the top, and I'm quite looking forward to the bit after that, because I haven't done it before. So yeah, I do like new miles. When I look at my heat map on Strava, there's not that many roads I haven't done, apart from the really main ones. So when you come across new stuff, it's really good. Well, this should have been a stunning view, but it's a little bit steamy, I was going to say. Misty day, certainly ain't steamy. It's a shame. But basically I'm going to drop off of here in a second, down into the Usk Valley. I think there's a bit of a pull up the other side to the campsite, but I'm not that far away now. I might, cause it's only just gone 3 o'clock. There's a pub back in Trellick that I thought, oh, I'll stop for a beer, but there was a wake on in there, so and it was packed out, and I thought, nah, being appropriate with me and my sunny disposition going in there at a funeral, so I kept going along this lane behind me. But yeah, what a shame. Well, look at this for a view. I'm on a really steep descent now, and I managed to stop despite all the weight, and I could smell my brakes. But I think there's the climbing and that sort of stuff over there somewhere. I can't see Monmouth. And here we are. What a lovely place. Very quiet. There's hardly anybody here, and she said there's only a few more to come. Go wherever you like. So I've got a fire pit and everything, but I doubt if I'll be using that. But yeah, so this is where I'm going to be for this evening. Well, that's the tent set up. I've managed to get dressed. bit undignified in that tent because you can't sit up. So you're there squirming around on the floor, but it does exactly what you want of it, you know. And that's a shelter, you know. It's a shame it keeps raining because it's little showers, you know. And yeah, anyway, so I've got 2 stoves. Move you around a bit so you can see. So I've got the mess stove, my little hanger thingy, and I've got gas as well, which is a lot quicker. It's probably a little bit overkill, but because I'm only going to be boiling water. But anyway, I think we're going to get a shower again now. I probably won't do it on this table, the cooking. I might use the put that in the fire pit thing there. The fire pit ain't going to catch fire, if you know what I mean. But what a peaceful place. All I can hear is birds singing and the ducks that come round every so often asking for food. No mobile signal. Proper off-grid. Ducks got an identity crisis because they're just like bloody dogs. Sat there watching me eat. You ain't gonna like pot noodle, alright? They are pretty tame though. Clearly used to humans. See how classy I am. I'm drinking my wine out of this titanium mug. No wine glasses for me. And me pot noodle. To be honest, I've got the means to cook stuff, but yeah, I was a little bit disorganised, and you know, the last minute job. Heat up some water for me first brew of the day. As you can see, it's not too bad today. Got up in the night about 4ish, and the sky was completely clear. It's just clouded over again now. Did see a shooting star last night, so me cheap Chinese mat is too thin for me. Be alright for if I was doing like a long distance Audax or something, but yeah, it was too thin, so never mind. Folks, what a cracking night that was. Had a reasonable night's sleep, even if the sleep mat was a little bit on the thin side. Campsite was really quiet. with some kids there, and they were a little bit noisy, but you know, if you go to that sort of place in the summer holidays, you're going to get that. And they weren't too bad, to be fair. But yeah, everybody was having a lie in. I got the first one to move out. Anyway, I'm about 3 miles or so from Monmouth, and I'll see if I can get some breakfast there. So here we are in Agincourt Square, Monmouth, and this statue is for to commemorate Charles Stuart Rolls. You would know him as part of Rolls-Royce. Anyway, there's the Wetherspoons there, and there's actually like a hotel next door. I stayed there once on a Land's End to John O'Groats trip. I have to say, it was actually cracking. I highly recommend it. We stayed in 2, one here and one in Inverness. Very good value for money. You find me on the path towards Simmons Yacht. I'm not going as far as Simmons Yacht today. I'm going to turn right and up the hill, which is new miles I've not done before, and then through the Forest of Dean. It's traffic you can hear. It's the A40 to my left, and that's a motorway in all but name, and then between me and that, got the River Wye. Away from the river, and the surface here is alright, but it's been a bit bumpy, so I've basically ended up walking most of it, which is a good mile, but I'm basically 400 feet from a road now, so I'm at the top, thankfully. Ooh, got hot doing that. I don't exactly remember where I spoke to you last or where I was. I think it was at the top of that hill. So passed down through Bicknor. I lost all the height I gained walking up through the woods, back down to the River Wye again, and then I came into Drybrook, lower Lidbrook, and stopped in the convenience store there, got something to eat, and then commute wanted to take me up some ridiculously steep lane, so I thought better of that and came up to Joy's Green. That climbing is bad enough. It's got a hairpin on it, a 20% hairpin, and anyway I winched my way up there slowly but surely, and I'm now here in Ruradine. I've got about another half a mile of climbing. There's a bit of a drop into Drybrook, and then there's the final big climb of the day out of Drybrook. Drop down into Mitcheldean, and then through the Flaxley Valley, which is quite pretty. But yes, progress has been pretty slow, but I'm actually really enjoying it, you know, looking at the scenery and what have you. We are in the Flaxley Valley. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it come through here, and it's pretty quiet as well. It's slightly downhill in this direction as well. Hello folks, just come through Birdwood, so I'm about 5 miles from Gloucester now, maybe a little bit more. Oh, a bit more draggy than I was expecting them all. This is basically the quiet way. On the Island Nature Reserve, so I'm literally just on the outskirts of Gloucester now, and you know, this is kind of the another Sustrans route to avoid the traffic. But, yeah, I'm about 11 miles from home, and I think I'm going to wrap up the video here. Actually, I've had a great couple of days, you know. It was a bit damp and wet yesterday at times, but today's been fine. I enjoyed the camp. I definitely use the Exped sleeping mat I've got next time. The other one is a little bit too thin. I forgot to mention, I did have a laugh last night. I was sat on my little bench there, and it had gone dark and people were starting to go to sleep, like, you know, you could tell. And somebody's airbed went pop, made me jump. It was a real good pop as well, and at first I couldn't work out what it was, and then I realised it was somebody's airbed had gone. Shouldn't really laugh at other people's misfortune, but you know, it's one of those things where you've got to laugh, you know. That's an absolutely great campsite, you know. It's I got it off of I became aware of it on Google Maps, and I just clicked on it, and then it sent me to PitchUp, which is a website which is, you know, there's lots of different, like, little small campsites, family run stuff, and they don't have their own website, so they use this PitchUp website. And so I booked it through there. So it's only a tenner. So only, I mean, it had all the amenities: toilets, running water, hot water, kettle, microwave. I wasn't that much of a heathen. Alright, I did do pot noodles, but you know, even so, even I wouldn't go with a microwave while camping. But yeah, it was alright. It was all clean, it was all worked fine, and it was a really relaxing place. There was no mobile phone signal whatsoever. Just off grid for a few hours, you know. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. This last couple of days. Yeah, I should really have started it on the weekend, but as I was talking to the campsite lady, you know, they were absolutely packed out. So I think everywhere would have been the same. Everybody's back at work now, including myself on Friday. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.